A Shaman's Dreamtime, Chapter 9. Be Free. A dream I had on the 24th of February, 2018. I'm in a race, running with a lot of people. It feels like everyone in the world is in this race, but nobody wins because everyone is just running their own race at their own pace. The race is not a competition. The race is all through a college campus, outdoors. I see a cleaning woman on my right, singing a beautiful song. It seems so familiar, from West Side Story or a song from a musical. I know the name Maria has to do with the song. I know the song, so I start singing with the cleaning woman as she cleans, and while I'm running my race, as we're singing together, she crosses my path as we descend some stairs, so she's on my left now. I get overly passionate with my singing and dancing. I don't care who sees me or who hears me. I'm so happy and passionate. I just don't care what others think. Internally, I feel so strong and so powerful in such a positive way. The cleaning woman and I are having so much fun. She says it's time for her to go now, and we part ways cheerfully. I begin singing my own song with the same passion and joy. And they say, be free, be free, be free. And they say, be free, be free, be free. And they say, be free, be free, be free. I see a group of men on my left eating together at a table. On my right is an auditorium, and people are running their races. Although I'm running my race, I'm actually dancing and singing my race now. I don't care about my size or my voice or what anyone thinks of me. I'm just free. As I begin to ascend the other side of the hill, and I remember that I'm running a race with a friend, a running partner that's one of my female friends, but I don't see her face. I'm near the top of the hill with a huge, gorgeous tree on my left. I'm under the tree's canopy when she runs up to me from the right and interrupts my singing and grabs me passionately by the upper arms and says fervently to me, I always feel like a lioness. I always feel like a lioness. I can feel the beauty and power surge through my body as I acknowledge her. I say with a huge smile on my face, oh! And then I start singing and dancing again. Then they say, be free, be free, be free. And they say, be free, be free, be free. And they say, be free, be free, be free. A man comes up to me, struggling to finish his race. So I put my arm around him as I'm singing and dancing, and I help him finish his race. I wake up. Who is they? I questioned, and the immediate response was, my angels. My angels have gifted me my power song, my soul song, a gift of energy, a gift of light, a gift of healing. The message is clear. The message is simple, and it echoes of my other dream message. Life is about freedom, and if you haven't figured it out yet, you're doing it wrong. So now I can dance and sing my way into the energy of freedom. Freedom, autonomy, liberty, self-determination, self-governance, sovereignty. It's no accident that the name Maria is part of my dream. Maria is part of the first song in this dream, where the theme is about the energy of freedom. My cousin Maria Christina Owl is, in my mind, the priestess of sovereignty. I don't know anyone else that understands and teaches this concept better than my cousin. I will still share my own experience of freedom and not freedom. I will still share my growth into my own freedom, my growth into my own personal power. If you want to learn from my cousin Maria, you can find her at her website at sacredfuture.org. I called her later in the day of this dream. She lives in a time zone 3 hours away from me, so I waited as long as I could. Sovereignty is a state of being free from outside control, the state of being free from the control or power of another. Sovereignty is a state of being in vertical alignment, as my cousin describes it. This vertically aligned, sovereign state of being is where we find all our personal power. If you are attempting to control someone or something outside of you, that's horizontal alignment. That's an energy leak of your own power that you yourself have caused. They are sovereign just like you, even if they don't realize they're free nor want the responsibility that comes with being a sovereign human being. That does not change the truth. Dependence is the opposite of freedom. Part of being a child is being a dependent. A dependent human child is not capable of surviving on his or her own and so relies on the assistance of the adults in their lives, as well as their observations of these adults. A dependent child is often controlled by the power of another, though not necessarily in every culture. The Yukwana Indians we learn about in the book The Continuum Concept seem to have quite a healthy grasp on raising children to be happy and sovereign. But most people I know were raised to depend on people and circumstances outside of themselves for their emotional state of being, not just their physical needs of survival. Master Life Coach instructor Brooke Castillo calls this emotional childhood because it is emotional dependence. This is where you depend on someone or something that is not you to make you feel better, or worse. You have put your emotional life, your emotional stability in the hands of a false power outside of your zone of control. Emotional adulthood is emotional sovereignty and feels like the most joyous freedom. No person, place, or thing can make you feel anything. That's freedom. You literally generate your feelings with your own thoughts. Every thought you have is a chemical reaction that triggers either stress hormones or happy, healthy, life-sustaining hormones. You get to decide. You are your own person. This is where your soul wants you to go. Be free. Emancipate yourself by learning more about practicing vertical alignment and how to live and embody what you believe. Emotional sovereignty is how you practice being in your personal power. Combine this with nature and spirit, and you'll create true healing and lasting freedom.